Good morning dear students. For today in science we have the continuation of our previous class that we have discussed about different nutrients, isn't it? The nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins and fat that we have discussed, and the remaining nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and also about roughages and water that we are going to discuss. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about what is vitamins. Vitamins are the nutrients which is present in small quantities in our body that will helps in the proper growth and development of our body. Is it clear? Vitamins are the nutrients that is present in small quantity which is helps in the proper growth and development of our body. And these vitamins are of different types, and the vitamins is present in different food items. The food items that contain vitamin is called as protective foods. So the vitamins that contain, the foods that contain vitamins are called as protective foods, and there are different kinds of vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin B we can also call as vitamin B complex because there are several kinds of vitamin B in itself. That is vitamin B1, vitamin B12, vitamin B6 etc. So we can call it as vitamin B complex. Okay. And vitamin C, then vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. In the case of vitamins, we are using the capital letters to indicate the vitamins. Okay. So here we are going to discuss the sources of these vitamins and also what are the functions of these vitamins in our body. So first we are going to discuss about vitamin A. Vitamin A is obtained from green leafy vegetables and fish liver oil, carrot, then papaya, mango, etc. These are the sources of vitamin A, and vitamin A helps us to maintain healthy eyesight and also healthy skin. These are the function of vitamin A. So vitamin A helps in healthy eyesight and for healthy skin. Is it clear? And then vitamin B or vitamin B complex. Complex means that is it contains vitamin B1, B12, B6 etc. So that there are many vitamins under this vitamin B itself. So it is called as vitamin B complex, and it is obtained from milk, meat, egg. So vitamin B is obtained from green vegetables, meat, milk, egg, then cereals, etc. So these are the sources of vitamin B, and the main function of this vitamin B is it helps in the proper functioning of our digestive system, and also it helps in the functioning of heart, nerves and muscles. Is clear? So this is vitamin B complex. And what about vitamin C? So vitamin C is obtained through eating the vegetables, green chilli, guava, and most importantly eating citrus fruits like lemon and orange and amla. These are the sources of vitamin C. And the major function of this vitamin C is it hardens or it gives strength to our teeth and gum and also our bones, and it also provides and it protects us from diseases. These are the function of vitamin C. That is, it protects us from diseases and also it strengthens our bones and teeth and also our gum, teeth gum. And what about vitamin D? Vitamin D, the major source of vitamin D is sunlight. The sunlight is when we exposed to sunlight, we are getting vitamin D. And the major function of vitamin D is it will strengthen our muscles and bones. It helps in the proper functioning of our muscles and bones. Is it clear? These are all about vitamin A, B, C and D. These two vitamins that you may not study in detail. So, is it clear to you? Okay, then we moving on to the next topic, that is minerals. So, now we moving on to minerals. What are minerals? Minerals are also nutrients that helps to maintain or helps to provide as proper functioning and growth of our body. So, what are the minerals? Like the minerals are calcium, phosphorus, iodine and iron. These are the most important minerals that we need in more quantity. Minerals like calcium, then phosphorus, then iodine and iron. These are the 4 minerals that you have to study in detail. So, calcium is obtained through eating milk, egg, cereals, then green vegetables, etc. So, calcium is important for the teeth and also for our muscles, bones and muscles. It hardens the teeth and bones, and also calcium helps in the clotting of our blood. Okay, so when we are get wounded, the clotting of blood is necessary. So, calcium is the mineral that helps in blood clotting. And then next one is phosphorus. So, phosphorus is obtained through eating the food items like milk, cheese, green vegetables, bajra, then nuts and liver. So, the major function of the phosphorus is it strengthens our bones and muscles. The major function is it strengthens our bones and muscles. And the third one is iodine. Iodine is obtained by eating iodized salt. You must know that what is iodized salt. In your home itself, we are buying the iodized salt for cooking. So, iodine is getting through iodized salt, then seafoods, then green vegetables, etc. So, these are the sources of getting iodine, and the most important function of this iodine is essential for the production of the hormone called thyroxine. It is very important that thyroxine hormone is produced by this iodine. Thyroxine hormone is produced by a gland in our body, that is thyroid gland. You must know that thyroid gland is present in our neck region. There is a swelled region in our neck, that is the thyroid gland, and thyroid gland produces thyroxine with the help of iodine. Only with the help of iodine the thyroxine is produced by thyroid gland. So, thyroxine helps in the physical, mental and sexual development of an organism. It is the major function of thyroxine hormone. Is it clear? The next one is iron. Iron is obtained from legumes, jaggery, spinach, green leafy vegetables, and the major function of this iron is it is the major component constituent of hemoglobin in blood. So for the preparation for the production of hemoglobin, it is iron is necessary element. Hemoglobin is the most important content or the constituent in blood. So it is produced with the help of iron. Iron is necessary for the production of hemoglobin. Is it clear to you? Yes, that's all about minerals. And then we moving on to the next, that is roughages. So as we studied in our previous class that roughages are also called as dietary fibers. So roughages are the important constituent or the important component in the food items. That is, it is a fibrous indigestible part of food item. It helps. It does not have any nutrients in it. It is a fibrous indigestible part of a food item and it does not contain any nutrient. Then what is the purpose of eating this roughage rich food? It will add bulk to the food item so that it helps to get rid of the indigested food and thereby it will helps to get rid of constipation. So it will helps to avoid So how the roughages prevent constipation? It add on bulk to the food, so it will get rid of the indigested food and also it leads to the prevention of constipation. It absorbs great amount of water and also it retains the water in our body. So these are the major function. It will prevent constipation and also it absorbs water and retains water in our body. And the major sources of getting roughages are fruits and vegetables, then peeled, unpeeled apple, then half crushed wheat. These are the sources of getting roughages. So this is also an important constituent in our food item. Is it clear? Then we moving on to the most important thing, that is water. Water is vital for our life, is it? Isn't it? Yes, water. Without water we can't survive, and through food water is necessary for all purposes, all functions in our body like digestion, excretion and all. So water is an essential element in our food items that we require in sufficient quantities. So water plays many vital roles in our body. The major function is carries nutrients and other elements inside our body. It carries substances and nutrients. Inside our body. As you all know that blood is the most important thing that is circulating through our body. So the 90% of blood is constituted by this water. So through water it carries the substances and nutrients inside our body. And the second major function is that It maintains our body temperature by sweating. It maintains our body temperature by sweating. And the third important function is it will absorb nutrients from the food that we eat. It absorbs nutrients from the food that we eat. So these are the most important, and there are many other functions also. The most important functions are provided here, that is it carries substances and nutrients inside our body, and also it maintains the body temperature by sweating, and also it absorbs nutrients from the food that we eat. And we require water in sufficient quantities for our body. We require 2 to 3 liters of water per day. So this much of water is required for the proper functioning of our body. So that's why we are telling that we have to drink minimum of 7 glasses of water per day. So because we need 2 to 3 liters of water per day. Is it clear? And from where we get water? We get water from pure drinking water, and also from some fruits, vegetables and meat, fish, etc. These are the sources of water, and also beverages like coffee, tea, etc. that we obtain water. These are the major sources of water that we get daily. These are all about water. And next we moving on to what is dehydration. Dehydration is the excessive loss of water from our body. So it is a condition in which the water in our body and along with the minerals is getting lost. So for this how this dehydration occurs? The conditions like diarrhea, then vomiting, excessive loss of water by sweating and excessive bleeding, it will result in the process of dehydration. Through dehydration, the salt in our body is getting lost, so that it will leads to weakness of our body. So through dehydration, the salts in our body, the minerals in our body getting lost, and it will leads to weakness. So for dehydration, we are using ORS solution. ORS solution. It is the oral rehydration solution. Oral rehydration solution. So for dehydration, we are using ORS solution, that is oral rehydration solution, that we obtain free of cost from our primary health center, and also we can prepare this ORS solution in our home itself. How do we prepare? By taking 4 spoons of sugar and 1 spoon of salt mixed in 1 liter of water. This is how we prepare ORS solution, that is by mixing 4 spoon of sugar and 1 spoon of salt in 1 liter of water, so that we can prepare the ORS solution. So, is it clear to you? We are going to study about balanced diet. Okay, what is a diet? What is meant by diet? Diet is the food that we eat a whole day. It is called as a diet. What is it? The food that we eat a whole day is called as diet. It includes many types of food materials like cereals, pulses, vegetables, then fruits, meat, fish, etc. So, the diet is the food that we eat a whole day. And what is balanced diet? The balanced diet means a diet that contains proper quantity of nutrients, roughages, water that is essential for the growth and development of an organism. What is a balanced diet? Yes, it is the diet that contains the proper nutrients and roughages, water for the essential growth and development of an organism. And balanced diet is different for different people. So, in the case of a growing child, the diet must contain proteinaceous food. As I told you earlier that protein is the nutrient that helps in growth of our body, growth and repair of cells in our body. So, for a growing child, it need proteins in larger quantity. So, similarly, each person need the diet in accordance with their age or sex or the condition or the occupation of the person. Like in the case of child, they need protein in abundant quantity. And in the case of a pregnant lady or the feeding mother, they also require proteins, then nutrients, vitamins, minerals, etc. So, they require proteins and nutrients. Nutrients like vitamins, and minerals, etc. And for a person who is working hard like laborers, athletes, rickshaw drivers, they need more energy to do work, isn't it? So, they require carbohydrate in a higher amount. So, this person will need carbohydrate for getting more energy. So, for different person, the diet will be in accordance with their features. So, that is about balanced diet. So, we must follow the balanced diet for the proper growth and functioning of our body. Is it clear? Next, we are going to study about the loss of nutrients by cooking food. The loss of nutrients. So, while cooking, how the nutrients get lost? Yes, when we cooking, when we add the more quantity of water, the nutrients that is drained off from the food items. So it get lost from the food item. So while we cooking, the sufficient quantity of water is only required. More quantity of water, that is leading to the draining of water, and it will getting lost the nutrients. And the second thing is that cooking with high temperature will leads to the deterioration or the destruction of proteins and other nutrients from the food. And the most important thing that when we peeled the vegetable, the thick layer of its bark is removed. So that care should be taken that don't peel the vegetable too thick. So it will leads to loss of nutrients. Okay. So then the other thing is that when we wash the vegetable after cutting it, so it will getting lost the water soluble nutrients. The water soluble nutrients will get washed off, so that the vegetables and fruits not washed when it cut. Then the other thing is, when we wash rice and dal, more time it will also drains the nutrients from it. The nutrients, water soluble nutrients, are also washed off when we continuously or washing the dal and rice continuously. Okay. So we must taken care of how we cook food items, and to avoid the condition of losing the nutrients. The nutrients are required for our body in many functions. Care should be taken by eating food and cooking food, so that the nutrients don't get lost, because the nutrients are essential for our growth and proper functioning of our body. So that's all about the nutrients. So I think all of you understood the topic, and you must read your textbook, and you must study the vitamins and minerals in detail. It is an important area, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. And that's all for today. Thank you.